How is this actually happening? The Premier League has become a meme. The two Europa League finalists. Yeah, the Europa League, a relatively high-level competition, especially now there's the Conference League. Good teams play in the Europa League, yeah? Good teams. The two finalists who, by the way, get Champions League football in Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur both just lost 2-0 at home, respectively, to West Ham and Crystal Palace. West Ham and Crystal Palace. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. They are 16th and 17th in the Premier League. Neither have 40 points. They're on 38 and 39. The two teams above the relegation zone are... One of them is going to get Champions League football. And that, my friend, is a complete mockery of football. I tell you what, it's top banter. My mob lost to Newcastle, Jackson red card. I've covered that extensively on Football Therapy. Thank the world that Leicester... I tell you what, Nico Jackson needs to buy a Leicester shirt because somehow Forest dropped points to Leicester and Chelsea are in the top 5 with 2 games to go, all in their hands. This is, as you know, guys, this isn't a YouTube channel about Chelsea, the team I support. It's about all the other ruddy teams in the world. And I upload every single day here, mate. Thank you so much for your continued support. We are on the road to, I suppose, 20,000 subscribers now, which is an incredible feat. And I'm very thankful for your support. But we are here to talk about the disgrace of 16th and 17th place of Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, respectively, in the Premier League, man. Yeah, this is freaking... Should we start with Spurs? Let's have a look at Spurs then. So they're playing at home at their big, shiny Tottenham Hotspur stadium. There's like, 60,000 people, whatever. They got touched up by Ebe Eze. Either side of half-time. That's really pleasing, isn't it? Ding, ding. Look, very sort of phallic thing going on there. That is really, really pleasing. And then look at the side. Like, I suppose it is rotated, but it's still strong. I mean, that centre-back partnership. And there's a guy... Okay, so there is a guy in goal called Kingski. And apparently he was the near player of the match. Was it not for Ebe Eze? So it was... Okay, context a little bit required here. But this is still at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace deserve respect. They have regained the early form under Ollie Glasner. Captain Mark Gurley looks like he had a good game. And, of course, Ebe Eze scoring both the goals. What a player he is, ladies and gents. But, you know, Kulusevski, I would argue, is the best attacker at Tottenham when in form. Matty's Tell, of course, coming on. Bayern Munich, lots of people want him. Odegaard's meant to be pretty good. Granted, this is... Pap Sarr and Bentancur. This is like their midfield, right? A young Archie Gray, and it's still Pedro Porro and Jed Spence, first choice fullbacks. And Danzo and Davies. And we saw Mikey Moore, Bissouma and Heung-min Son come on. This is, a lot. So they didn't use this first... Essentially, they're missing out first choice centre-backs and Dom Solanke. Which is fine, significant to a degree, but it's still all those players at home in front of your fans. And, guys, look. 17th. They are so lucky these men got relegated time ago and they were all bad. Leicester aren't that bad, though. Did us a really lovely draw. I'm not talking about that. 17th. This blows my mind because whoever doesn't win, right? We'll talk about... It's such a compelling, insane final because the parallels, yeah, because they are 16th and 17th. That could change. That could change. I mean, will it change? It could. I mean, Man United got to play Chelsea and Tottenham, I think, have got hard games. I think they both got hard run-ins, actually, saying that. So you either qualify for the Champions League and win a good trophy, or you're just above the relegation zone with nothing. That is insane. That is mind-blowingly insane and very, very, very funny, but makes an absolute mockery of the Europa League. The Europa League should be ashamed of itself. Yeah? What did Man United get up to then, those silly little sausages? Should we have a look at that? Let's. Okay, so how much rotation did they endure? I mean, it doesn't look like much. To be honest, bro, I mean, Bayindir and goal, fine. Lenny Yoro, their best defender, looks like he went off injured, unfortunately for them. Hold on, mate. Shaw, who of course is finding fitness, but is, their most coveted, I think, not a very good player. Mesrari Yoro, hold on, this is Ugarte next to captain Bruno Fernandes, the returning Ahmed Diallo, their most in-form attacker, Amas, who's been playing of late, yeah? Mason Mount, the missing link, the Ruben Amorim player, Kobe Mainu, Starboy, and Hoyland, who by all accounts had a bit of a disaster class. And at first glance here, looks like he is the lowest rated player on the entire pitch on SofaScore. In fact, of all the 11, 12, 14, loads of players, 22 plus 32 players that featured on the pitch, he was the worst rated. Hoyland, this is one of the biggest waste of monies ever. And he's an okay young player with a high ceiling, but wow, throwing 80 million at him is, again, they get away with that so much. Man United, of course, brought on the likes of Dorgu, Maguire, Garnacho, Ericsson. So all of their big boys featured, bar Casemiro. And they lost 2-0 at home to West Ham. West Ham was the team they were looking to finish above, yeah? Minus 17 goal difference. You can't even see them down there. Minus 17 goal difference, West Ham. I mean, Man United have got minus 11. Tottenham have still got a plus 4, which is hilarious. So they were like, yeah, as long as we don't finish it. This is insane. I don't want to keep repeating myself because it's dumb. But Man United might not get 40 points. They got 2 more games. Should we look at the rest of their run-ins? Yeah. So let's look at their game, shall we? Let me just quickly pull that up now. Okay, so Man United, of course, they got Chelsea at home, my mob, 5 days before the Europa League final. So I'm hoping they play the under 15s. They're away from home. Their full attention is going to be on the final, of course. So they'll probably lose to Chelsea. And then they got Aston Villa on the last day. Man United ain't making 40 points. I'm calling it now. Aston Villa, who are desperately trying to chase Champions League football themselves. Man United aren't making 40 points. They are not making 40 points. They're not doing it. They are not doing it. And Tottenham, who are a point less than them, 38. Let's see if Tottenham are doing it. Tottenham have got Aston Villa away before the final. Yeah, again, 5 days before. Again, an Aston Villa team who are chasing Champions League football. And there is no chance in hell they're beating them away from home 5 days before the final. And then at the final day, yeah, they've got Brighton at home. A very good Brighton team, yeah. A very good Brighton team. Should they win, they'll get 41 points. If they draw, they won't get 40 points. And Brighton are going for Europa Conference League football themselves. They are currently a goal difference off that position. So Brighton will be going for it. I'm calling it now. Neither Tottenham or Manchester United are going to get 40 points, and they're both in the Premier League. They're the 2 places above the relegation zone, and they're an absolute disgrace, and it's very funny. I'm allowed to have fun in football when I'm not thinking about Chelsea floundering or Jackson getting red cards, but it's great fun. Let me know what you think. Please do comment down below. Leave your thoughts, feelings, emotions in the comment section. Please do consider liking and subscribing if you find yourself returning to my content, because it does help me out as a content creator. And I hope to see you back here very, very soon. Peace.